Hi everyone. We will be starting basic sewing tutorials soon, but I wanted to start off with a supply list of what you will need to start to learn how to sew. Most of you will already know everything that you need to get, but I just wanted to do this because I know when I was learning how to sew, I did not know what I needed at all. The first and probably most obvious thing you'll need is a sewing machine. It doesn't matter what kind you use. I used my grandma's from 1963 when I first started, so as long as you are nice to your sewing machine, it will be nice to you. The next thing you'll need is thread. I use all-purpose thread for most of my projects. The only time I change the thread is if I'm using a real heavy-duty fabric or a super light fabric. But dual-duty all-purpose thread will work great for most of the things that you are going to be sewing. The next thing you'll need is lots and lots of pins. I like to get the kind that have the big round tops on them because the other kind I've noticed will just seep into the fabric, so I don't really like those as much. They're super cheap, something you really need to get to attach your fabric together while you're sewing and attach your fabric to the pattern when you're tracing it out. I didn't get pins for a while when I first started sewing because I thought I was too good for them, and I was like, that takes too much time, I don't want to deal with it. But obviously I made a lot of mistakes in my sewing when I didn't use pins, so they will become your best friend. Nice metal fabric scissors. You cannot use these scissors for anything but cutting fabric, otherwise you will dull the blade. So these are really nice, really easy to cut with, way better than the scissors I tried using when I was first starting sewing, so you need one of these. Another option or addition to your metal scissors is a rotary cutter. I use this for cutting out my patterns onto my fabric. It makes for a lot cleaner and straighter lines than this guy does. And obviously you will need to use a cutting board if you're using a rotary cutter. So that's another option to cutting utensils. I don't know this little guy's official name. I use it for measuring my hems, and it makes it really easy because it has this slider. So this is something that'll make your life a lot easier. An ironing board. I did not have an ironing board for the longest time because I live in tiny apartments and I could never fit a full-size one. And then I discovered this guy at IKEA, and he's just a little portable buddy that I can shove in and out of my closet while I'm sewing. Ironing is a very, very important part of sewing. You will need to iron out your seams, iron your hems, iron your fabric so it doesn't look like crap. It will make your garment look so much better than it does if you don't iron. That's it for a video on basic sewing supplies. We will be doing actual sewing in the next video, which is how to sew a basic seam, so I hope to see you guys there.